Hi everybody, and welcome back to Teachers Talk Money, where I help teachers master their money in order to give back to themselves. I'm so excited for today's video because we're going to go over my net worth for December 2020, which means that we're going to take a look at how much my net worth grew over the entirety of the year of our Lord 2020. I first just want to say that I feel extremely grateful and privileged to have seen growth in my net worth this year, given the fact that this is a year that has been so financially disastrous for so many people, including many of the people close to me. My income was also lowered this year for a few reasons because of COVID-19, one of them being that my stipend for coaching was cut drastically from what I expected it to be. It was cut from about $3,500 to just over $1,000 for the coaching position I currently have. And they also paused our steps on the salary scale this year, so I did not receive a raise that I was planning to receive. So for those two reasons, my income was impacted as well. And so to see this kind of growth is still just really special to me, just knowing what everyone else is going through and knowing the fact that I was also impacted, albeit much less than most people, in my finances this year as well. While these effects will follow me into 2021 because that's going to impact my future stipends and of course my future advancement on the salary scale, I'm still really grateful that I was able to make this progress. So let's dive in and take a look at the exact numbers for each category of my net worth and see if I met my goal of growing my net worth by 20K in 2020. The first account we're going to talk about is my Roth IRA. I did not contribute anything personally to this account this month because that is not in my investing plan, which I'll link the video for my investing plan down below if you're curious to see what that is. And the current value of my Roth IRA is $9,510, which has increased by $362 from last month. And because I did not deposit any of that money, that is straight up just the growth on the investment that was already there. You might notice that my screenshot for my Roth IRA is a little bit different, and that is because I decided to change robo-advisors for a number of reasons, but specifically that I wanted to lower my fees because I was with a robo-advisor that had higher fees than the one that I switched to. Probably make a video talking about that in the future too, so stay tuned for that. The next account I want to talk about is my 457B, which is my employer-sponsored retirement account that I have through the district I work for. This account's value is now $5,462, which has grown by $919 this month. About $720 of that amount was what I contributed because that's what comes out of my paychecks, which means that this account grew in interest by about $200. Now we're going to talk about my pension account. This is $8,440 at the value it currently has, and that has grown by $359, which is pretty close to what I contributed to it this month, so I did not see very much growth in my pension. Then we have my emergency fund, which is currently at $5,030. I did not deposit anything into this, nor did I take out any money. This grew by $3 in the interest from this account. And then finally, we come to my other savings. The total of all of these savings accounts I have is $7,723 for a total overall growth of $576. None of these savings accounts are high yield, and so almost none of that is in interest. This was all from the deposits I made minus whatever I withdrew from these accounts this month. So if you total up all of my accounts for December 2020, you'll see that I got a total monthly change of $2,219 for a total net worth of $36,165, meaning that my year-to-date growth is $20,931. So that means I was able, even during 2020, to raise my net worth by over 20K. I am so grateful to be able to say that I still was able to meet my goal given all of the difficulties of this year and given the fact that I'm a third-year teacher and I don't make a ton of money. and I'm still living a balanced life. I'm going to make a video breaking down all of the ways I was able to save 20K in 1 year on a third-year teacher salary while still not really working to cut down expenses as much as many other people will try to encourage you to. So I'll go into all of that in a future video, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. For my passive income this month, it was at about $600, just like it was last month. This passive growth, that's simply just the interest that I'm getting from already having money invested, will probably never lose its novelty to me. And that is because a couple years ago, I was not even able to invest $600 on my own each month, not even close to being able to invest that, because I was in debt, I was making less money. And so to see that my investments are growing without me even having to do anything by $600 each month just blows me away and makes me feel so grateful. And this is sort of the thing that I want to shout from the rooftops for people to see, that it's not even that I just straight up saved 20K. That wouldn't even be possible on my current salary, and it especially wouldn't be possible to do while still living the balanced lifestyle that I want to live. But I was able to reach it from having consistently invested money and keeping that money in my investment accounts over time. I remember how hard it was even last year for me to invest less than $600 a month. So to see that I'm able now to invest more, but also to see that so much of this money that I'm making is coming from literally just passive interest growing, just makes me feel so grateful and so excited for the possibilities of my future, and so excited to tell you guys about investing. So let's take a look at some graphs to just sort of put everything in context for this year. This graph shows the change in my net worth over the year 2020. And as you can see, I started this year below 20K at about $18,000. I was able to make some steep progress up until the summer months when I decided to take the summer off. So you see a bit of a decrease for July and August, and you can see how I've grown it back up since then. To put this in even more perspective, let's take a look at my all-time net worth. This is only taking into account the months that I started tracking. So I began tracking my net worth, I believe, in September 2019. So this just goes back slightly farther than the previous graph. And it gives you a little bit more context. When I started tracking my net worth, I had about $11,000 in net worth. I started my life as an adult with a negative net worth because I was in a lot of student loan debt. And so to see this intense growth and see it kind of growing up pretty steadily, and then just the decrease during the summer months and then right back on track, helps me feel good about the fact that I took the summer off, because it's showing me that my plan is still working. I'm still able to grow my money by a significant amount and be able to take that time for myself when I don't have to work. It does also show me the opportunity that working over the summer could have for me, so that is something I'll keep in mind, but I don't know. I like having my summers off, so I probably won't. I'm so glad 2020 is over. I'm sure you guys are with me on that. I know nothing magical is going to happen on January 1st, 2021, but I just have to say that given everything with this year, I feel extremely grateful to be in the place that I'm in, and I know a lot of people are struggling right now, and I don't want to take away from that or have this come off as braggy or anything like that. I just really want to show people the opportunity that they can have with their money if they are able to keep a consistent income during this time. And that is, of course, a big if. All that being said, you guys know I do not have anywhere near a six-figure salary. I'm not making a ton of money as a third-year early educator, but having a plan for my money and a system in place has really helped me get here. And once again, I'll do a whole video breaking down all of the ways that I was able to do this over a long period of time working with my money. However, the number one thing that I want to tell you guys right now is that I would not be able to do this in any world without my budget. If you have not created a budget yet, go to the link in the description of this video to get my free budget template. It's exactly what I use, and start tracking your money and seeing how your net worth is growing. Happy New Year, everyone. Have an amazing end of year. Have an amazing week, and I will see you with another video next week. Bye!